you know, you have Nacogdoches, and that's also a place that you're going to be for the WAC ship. Is that an advantage to be able to see that course first before getting towards the end of the season?
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely a tactical plan to get to the course since we were able to. Last year, being in California, felt like the travel and also not seeing the course, and it was quite a bit different than we're used to, the footing and just the layout of it. Out west, the courses are quite a bit different than what we run on here, so felt like that was a disadvantage, and the fact that SFA is hosting this year, want to gain any familiarity we can, also get used to travel there and hotel, and just be able to be as comfortable as possible heading in to conference. And the thing about cross country, every course is different, and being able to get some specifics in the footing and layout and turns and just all kinds of stuff with the course to be able to specify training a little bit more heading into the second part of the season and gearing up for conference is hopefully an advantage for us. So.
Seems like your men and women both placed pretty well in almost every meet last year. Besides that ship, I think it was women fifth and
at conference, women were third and the men were seventh.
Yeah, so I'm sure you want to go to the next nationals after that. I'm sure when I get a better placing. Just overall, what is that mentality for those athletes this year trying to go further?
Yeah, I mean, we actually had a lot of turnover on the women's side. We're extremely young. We have a really good class of freshmen, but we're also relying on a lot of freshmen. So we'll probably ease into the year a little bit, I'd imagine. It takes them a little bit of time to get used to running at this level and adjusted to school, and with so many newcomers kind of leading the way, we'll just get a feel for what's realistic as we go. But the men are coming in with really great training and return almost everybody, and have big goals and are in a position to move up a decent amount. The conference also does get tougher for us this year with UTA and especially Southern Utah coming in. Has been a national powerhouse in cross country for men. So it gets tougher on both sides, but it especially gets more difficult on the men's side. But we also have a team on the men's side that can handle it better, and we have good veteran leadership and have great training with all the returners, getting a lot better over the course of last year. So.
And you have your homestand this weekend, right? Or yes, this weekend, and you've got then just Nacogdoches and then Stillwater and Arkansas. You're not really traveling as much this season, thankfully.
Yeah.
So just overall that as well, the opportunity to not have to be on a plane like to California from last year.
Yeah, I mean, we try to prioritize training as much as we can. We want to prepare in races and get our people in good races throughout the year, but if we can minimize travel, both academically and athletically and for recovery purposes, try to race every other weekend, as well as not travel any more than we need to. So this year we're able to get in some really good meets without having to travel too much, and I think that will be good for us and allow us to be where we need to be at the end of the year.
You guys have the defending conference champion on the women's side. You sent you to regionals and nationals. What are you looking for from those two key returners there?
Yeah, so Prudence has been battling some minor things, so she might take a little more time to get going in things in her fitness this year, but I think she'll be in a good place. Irene's in a really good place. She got from fall to spring, she got better, and from her year before, she got better. But the girls at Utah Valley, their top women, from fall to spring had a huge jump, and they had people that were All-Americans and made national finals in the 10K and 5K, and they have a really strong team. It's going to be really tough. There are girls from Cal Baptist and Utah Valley that'll definitely put up a fight with Irene. We're going to go to do the same stuff we've done and then take it further at nationals with Irene, and that's what we're preparing for. But I think WAC, the conference championship, is going to be as hard as regionals and prepare us well for nationals. So the competitiveness in the WAC is going to make us better, and it's going to be a big challenge for Irene and for the team.
Let's talk about the home meet on Friday, 6:30, Friday night. You and I have kind of talked privately about this maybe being the best level of competition that you've had at that meet, what's that look like for you guys?
Yeah, so we get pretty consistent, maybe 7 to 8 teams at our home meet. Usually one other D1 will get. This year, I think will be the most numbers we've had at our home meet, as well as the most D1 teams and the best competition we've had. So we're really excited about it. It's going to be a great one to have our only home contest and for people to come out and watch our teams compete against some of the best around, and to have Texas Tech and TCU and Tarleton and some good D2s and a big field. It's going to be really good for us just to open things up. For all of us, it's early in our year, and it's relatively low key. We run a shorter distance, but it's always good to bring in as good a competition as we can to our home meet and give good competition to people who come out and watch, and it give us an opportunity to see where we're at relative to the region and state.
Looking back to off-season training, who do you feel like has stood out in your opinion of shaving those seconds off of their times?
Yeah, I mean, we've had a lot of people that really could call out for what they've done from either the end of senior year of high school to now at the end of their first summer of training with us. We have a couple freshmen, Peyton and Bella, that have been showing really good fitness, looks like made a really good jump already from high school to college, and others doing really well. Irene's had a great summer. On the men's side, Garrison Schindler had a really, really great summer. Unfortunately, has been battling some illness recently, but so I don't know. He'll probably not run at the first meet, but I think he'll get back, and he had a good summer. And really, it's hard to even call out individuals outside of Garrison, who had the biggest summer, just because our guys overall, many of them double-digit guys, had great summers of training and are coming in the most fit they've ever been. So we have good depth, and we're excited on both sides. It's just a little more, we're a little more sure of where we're at on the men's side. We could be really good on the women's. We have, with all the newcomers, it'll take us a little bit of time to have more concrete goals.
Anything else for Coach? Thanks, Jarvis.
Awesome, thank you.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.